Hello everyone, how are we all doing today? It's amazing to see everyone here again. Um, yes, we are also having this wonderful session of AIs where we'll be talking a lot about AI and AI agents. And of course, you know that throughout these particular sessions, we've been discussing AI agents. We've been having amazing, wonderful speakers, as well as some wonderful MVPs in the house. So today it's not going to be it's going to be special because we have an awesome MVP in the house, and as well he's going to be sharing to us from his bank of knowledge a lot about AI agents. Before I proceed, I would like to introduce myself once again. My name is Promise Uche Unwachku. Of course, I'm your favorite Azure MVP and also your Azure Nigeria community leader. And also, one of the interesting things we do in this community is to share our knowledge with people, try to make people understand the recent development in Azure and how they can benefit from it. So today we have a wonderful session planned for you, and we also have some what's the word I would use now? Some goodies on how you can actually, you know, participate and learn from these sessions. Okay, without further ado, or let me say, yeah, let me proceed to actually invite or welcome the speaker for today's session to everyone. I'm sure you all know him. He's also one of the leaders for the Azure Nigeria community, and he's also going to be taking us on this interesting topic. Um, Let me welcome on stage MVP Raphael Gabmomo. Hello, Raphael. How are you doing today? Hello, Raphael. How are you doing today?
Very fine, thank you, Promise. I'm very excited to be speaking today. And AI and agents is something that everyone is excited about because whether you like it or not, we just have to upgrade ourselves. So I'm excited to have the opportunity to talk about AI
Awesome,
agents.
awesome, awesome. Of course, I have my pen and paper here, and I'm ready to also jot down to get as much details as possible and also to learn from you on today's session. So today we are going to be talking about how to build AI in using AI Foundry in Azure. And I know this is a really, really awesome topic, especially because of lots of the information that was announced during the Build 2025 event in Seattle, right? So I believe that this is going to be massive, and from what I also gathered, and also what Satya shared with us, he mentioned that by the year 2028, he's expecting to see about, I think, between 8 to 9 billion um, agents, right? So yeah, AI agents are here to stay. All right. So, of course, thank you once again for agreeing to come speak with us on this topic. And I'll be leaving the screen and handing it over to you. Thank you so much, Rafael. Over to you then.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Promise. So once again, like I said, I'm excited to be with you. One thing you should understand that the world is advancing. Um, I don't know if you might have heard that that there's this concept called singularity. Okay, singularity by 20 it was initially slated for 2030, but by 2035, okay, there is a deadline for that man and machine, okay, are going to become one. What it means is that there's something ongoing that would make you to be able to have machines in you. Okay, so it's not too scary, but the world is advancing. The world is advancing very fast, so we cannot do without learning this, because one way or the other, whether you like it or not, the ship workers, the people that are working in the dock, okay, uh helping to offload ships, they're going to be replaced whether you like it or not. We're already seeing it in programming. We're already seeing what Microsoft did recently. And yeah, I'm speaking for, not against. Okay, I'm speaking for, not against. But the truth about it is that things are moving fast, and we're excited, and we want everyone to be on the same page. Okay, so I'm going to proceed. I'm going to proceed and continue talking about what I have in store for you today. Now, what are AI agents? Okay, what are AI agents? Now, it's the word agents. You might see it. Yeah. So they now they are little entities, okay, that help you to act independently. They can be custom bots, okay. They can be data analysis tool, personalized experience. So they help you to do little tasks. Like, for example, now we can have a company here in Nigeria, and maybe we have branch offices in another different time zone. When all the staff are not working, you still see that things will still go on. Okay, so AI agents can help you complete task, help you make intelligent decisions, and yeah, continuous learning and all the way. So I'm going to go through with the slide, and after on, we're going to go to Azure portal and do it very practical and learn how to build an AI agent that can chat or do any other thing. Okay. Now, so we can't do this without Azure AI Factory. I like Azure because Azure got into the game very fast and very quickly, and a lot of people, a lot of companies are taking the step as well. So AI Factory is that place, okay, that place in Azure where every single AI application, okay, resides. Okay, so you start building from there and you can push to anywhere. So it's a comprehensive platform for building any AI application. So you're thinking of getting started. Now, the reason why this was chosen is because you're thinking of getting started, it's going to be the smartest place for you to start, doing one or two things. Okay, so it offers you have things that are already made for you that you can just build upon, and you move very fast. Now, as you can see from the screen, Microsoft has been investing and is still investing. Okay, so far so good. They spent over $15 billion on that. So you see that a lot of things that you need, okay, to build whatever you need to, it has been invested there. So it makes it easy to get started with building anything AI. Okay, so let's continue. What are some of the benefits? You can reduce the time to go to market. We want to do things very fast. This is 2025. You don't want to be talking about your ideas for so long. You can easily get started with the cloud because everything is on some remote server somewhere. Get started, and before you know it, you're done because everything you need is in Azure AI Foundry. Okay, it's scalable because you start small, you need more machines, you need to build capacity. Everything that you need is there. Now the cloud is secured because yeah, if you want to go and hack an agent that has been built already, that means you're trying to hack Microsoft. Okay, so which is almost impossible. Okay, so it's very secured. Okay, and it's not expensive. One of the benefits that Microsoft gives to us with doing things from this angle is that because of their massive infrastructure, you can get to do things cheaper. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to be showing you this directly from the portal. I think maybe later on I'll come to the use cases. I'm just going to go straight to the portal and let's start building. Okay, so give me a minute. I'm going to share my portal page, and we will start building. So the first thing to do when you're building any AI agent is to go to your Azure portal. Now you're going to need an Azure subscription. Okay, now free trial is enough. So free trial is good enough. Now if you're in Nigeria and you're having any issues with signing up for Azure free trial account, I'd like you to know that you can use, people have been using eversend.io. Eversend.co. Providence bank card works. Okay, so excuse me. Okay, so Providence Bank card works. Eversend.io works. Okay, so the first thing you need to start building AI agents on Azure AI Foundry is a free trial account. So I'm going to share my Azure portal. It should look like this. Okay, so in the search bar, just type AI Foundry. Type Foundry, and see the first. If I hit enter on my keyboard, you can see that the one you're looking for is graders. I'm going to click on it, and yeah, you'll see my screen. So the first thing is to search for it. Okay, so when it opens, we are going to create a resource. So far, okay, before we get started on the demo, okay, so summary of what I've said so far is that, okay, now AI Foundry is the place, okay, the hub for AI applications in Microsoft Cloud. And Microsoft has invested a lot in making sure that it's secured, it's up and running. And if you need speed, if you need something that is cost effective, everything is in there. Okay, it helps you to get started very fast. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do, as you can see, Microsoft Cloud is easy to use. All you just need to do is to click buttons. So I'm going to I'm going to create an AI resource. Okay, now one funny thing you should understand is that the cloud platform changes every time. Okay, so I think before now, there might have been another different way of doing this. Maybe you search for AI Studio first, but the cloud platform changes every time. That's why it's good to, yeah. That's why you're being asked your. That's why your certifications don't stay for 3 years. You're being asked to renew your knowledge every year and upgrade to the latest information. Okay, so yeah, because things in the cloud platform, they change very, 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 very fast. So if you come and play with this now and you don't touch it for the next 1 year, you might come and see that maybe the buttons have changed, or so the first thing you need to do is to actually create a resource. So I'm going to click on this. Okay, click on this. So I have the subscription here. Yeah, I'm going to create a resource group for it because I want everything here to stay in its own. AI Foundry underscore demo. Okay, so I'm going to, okay, so I've clicked OK, so that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call it AI Foundry. Okay, D. Okay, yeah, demo. AI Foundry demo is fine. You can choose the region now. Choose the one that is closest to you. But I think I always like using this because it's one of the oldest regions. It has a lot of all the things that you will need. Okay, so you can see that when you're creating the resource, at that point is when you create your project name. So okay, so what I'm going to do, if you don't like that name, you can change it to whatever you want to call your project. Okay, so let's assume that I want to build a customer support agent that supports like the example I gave earlier on. So let's assume that we have an office um, in Lagos, for example, and we have another office in maybe Australia. Okay, Australians right now are probably just waking up. This is their 4 a.m. So it's a different ball game, different time zones, and maybe there are customers that, yeah, would want to chat. So maybe the office in Australia and we are in Nigeria. Okay, so a Nigerian customer who is still active because this is 8:15. Okay, so we don't want to disturb them, so would rather use an agent. So for this project, I think I'm going to call it the name customer support agent, so that yeah, my Nigerian customers that are still active and want to get responses, this agent can answer them. Okay, so I'm going to click next. I'm going to leave everything by default. Yeah, system assign default, encryption default, tags. You know what tags are for? Associated with cost. Okay, so we're not going to talk about that now. I'm going to review and create, and if the validation goes through, then we're going to create our project. Okay, so now, summary of what I've done so far and what I've said so far is that um, remember before I told you what Azure AI Foundry does. Okay, now I'm telling you that, yeah, and I also told you that the first thing to get started with is to search for it in the Azure portal. When it comes out, the next thing to do is to create a resource. Okay, something is wrong. Let's check. Maybe it's the name. Okay, so let's see. Pick a different name. Okay, so yeah, I knew that the name, I'm just gonna put as your community. So you need to be careful when something goes wrong. Don't panic. Just go and check the error message. It will tell you whatever you need to change there. Okay, okay, so hyphens are not allowed. Okay, so it's fine. I'm just added as your community, and I think that would work. Okay. It should work now. The other name was too general, or someone might have used it because these things is not just in Azure. In all clouds, names must be globally unique. Okay, so if someone has used the name before, you can come and lay claims to it. Okay, so you must choose a different name. Um, yeah, so we are in the process of creating the resource, so you need to wait. Okay. So in the process of creating the AI resource, AI Foundry resource, that is the same time that you create your project as well. Now, like as I was telling you earlier on, the whole thing changes, the cloud platform changes. And why they do some of these things is to make life easier for you. Maybe if you used it like 4 months ago, maybe it was not like this. You needed to create that first, then create your project. And in some of the MS Learn materials you might be reading, yeah, maybe you create the resource first and before you create your project. But this time around, everything is in one go. So let's wait for the deployment to complete. I will start building our agent. Now, remember that I call it customer support agent. So we are just interested in building an agent. Okay. Okay, so while we're waiting, if you have a question, if you're watching wherever you're watching from, if you have a question, you can drop it in the chat window. While we're waiting for the deployment to complete, I would gladly answer you. Okay, so I think that some of the core components of this AI Foundry that we should look at is uh, the Foundry itself, the AI Studio itself, machine learning capabilities. It has cognitive services inside it with access to already trained AI models, and it has also has Azure Open AI. So it has everything that you need to create anything AI. So that's the good thing about it. One-stop shop for all your AI needs. So while we are waiting for the deployment to complete, I think I wanted to show you practically from the portal. So I skipped some things in the slide. So I think I might just talk about uh, some of the few use cases, especially for this particular one that we are building. So remember that we call it customer support agent. What is this yeah, okay, it's completed. I think we should proceed because time is not our friend. Time flies. But one of the things that you should understand is that we can use this thing that we are building to automate inquiries. Okay, so we're going to use it to, yeah, so that in case anyone wants to ask questions, they can get responses. You don't have to leave your business in the dark. You can use it to actually increase your customer satisfaction. You have a problem, customers have a problem, they can interact with the bot to make sure that you give them better service. And when you wake up in the morning, the data that the data you get from the bot, you can use it to improve how your customers would, improve efficiency for your customers. It makes you more efficient. That's just the summary of it all. So let's go to the results. The deployment is complete. So if you're looking at my screen while we're waiting for it to load, you can see on the left hand side there are some interesting things that there are some interesting things that you should take note of. Okay, so like this one, the security you are seeing. Okay, so whatever you're doing, you can see it's Microsoft Defender for cloud. It's actually yeah, it's actually supporting you there. You can see monitoring. You can set up alerts and metric to monitor whatever thing that you're doing. So it's very secure. Okay, so let's click on this and just be patient with me. The screen is loading up. We should proceed in a few minutes. Okay, so while I'm waiting for my screen to load, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to uh, yeah, to configure my agents and choose the deployment type and configure my agent settings. Okay, so that's the next thing that I'm going to do when the screen finishes loading. So please be patient with my internet. I should proceed in the next few minutes. Okay, interesting. The page is still loading. Okay, so in order not to, okay, thank God it's coming up. Okay, so I almost got scared. Okay, so it says loading user settings. Please be patient with me. Um, so when it finishes loading, I'm going to click on create new agent, and yeah, we're going to start diving into how to create an agent in Azure AI Foundry. But so far, you might have noticed that it's not actually a big deal. It's really not a big deal doing this thing. First thing we did, we went to the portal. You needed to have a subscription. Second thing we did, we searched for AI Foundry. The third thing we did, we created the project. We created the resource, which included a project. Now, the next thing we are going to do now is to create the agent. Okay, so as you can see now, this page that you're seeing, if you were doing things programmatically, let's assume that I'm working with Visual Studio. Okay, so I'm doing things with Visual Studio. Yes, I will need this key to be able to communicate. Yeah, to be able to communicate with whatever I'm doing. But fortunately, today we're not using VS Code. We're working directly from the portal, so we're not going to be needing this API key. So because we're going to be creating everything that we're doing directly on the portal. So I'm going to click on agents. Okay, so you can see how you can see that we are actually moving, we're actually gaining speed. Okay, immediately you clicked agent, it's the next thing is trying to ask you to choose what, yeah, it's asking you to choose what model you're going to build whatever you're building on. Okay, you're going to see that it's going to load for you ChatGPT, if you want to use that of Meta, whatever model you want to build the agent you're building on, it's going to show, and you pick one and you proceed from there. Okay, but the best advice would always be to pick something. I will choose GPT-4 or Azure Open AI model, so that because we are working with Azure, you want things to be more scalable. You want to take benefit of whatever Azure is providing for you. So if I was doing this as a customer project, I would use Azure Open AI models. Okay, sorry for the little lag. My okay, so I don't know what happened here. It's supposed to show models. It's saying zero. My internet is not. Okay, I'm going to cancel. Okay, so I'm going to choose from here. It's supposed to show me one or two to choose from. Uh, Building an agent is actually not difficult. We are actually almost halfway through with building. Okay, so after we choose the model, we configure and we'll put the things we want, the instruction we want the agents to carry out. And yeah, we're almost done. Then the rest, the remaining things will be optional. So ah, so if you're here from the community, I just want you to know that this is not difficult. Okay. So like my friend, because we communicate in the MVP group and like my friend Promise and Emo said, you need to document everything. So if you're starting, okay, I think I still have a problem with this should be my internet issues. Or the model is not showing and there's no way we can proceed without choosing a model. Okay, so this is okay. So let's go to model catalog. Sorry, I have to open another tab because what I want is not showing.
Rafa,
So I'm
do let
trying.
me know if you need me to share my screen, and then you can walk me into what
Yes,
to do.
yes, please, please, please. Thank you. That would be awesome. Yes, please, please, so that we don't miss any any part of it.
Okay.
Oh, my internet. Yes, please share your screen. Even this, share your screen. Let's. Yeah, so guys, let Promise help us with this part of it because
All right. My screen is coming up. Yeah. Yes. All right. So should be up now, right?
yes, your screen is up.
Oh,
Okay, so if you're just joining, or maybe you didn't really know what was happening before, this is a second opportunity for you. Promise, unfortunately, my internet, I don't know what happened. The agents didn't display. Um, so Promise is helping us out. So Promise, the first thing they will do is to search for AI Foundry in the search bar.
okay. Just a moment. Just trying to confirm my screen is still sharing. Okay, awesome. My screen.
It's sharing, it's
All
sharing.
right. So you're saying the first,
It's just that your team is, yeah, it's sharing, it's
just
good.
that my what?
Your team is black.
Okay, so you want to make my team bright, right? I don't know how.
The brighter for me, the better.
Is
The
there a
better
way
for
to
me.
set the team here? And let me see if they.
I think no, no, no. I think we can leave it like this because some people might prefer black. Most people prefer black,
Okay,
but yeah,
so the
I've
first
always
things
liked
first is to
white.
go to AI Foundry, right?
Yes,
AI Foundry, and then we say create a resource,
yes, please.
and then
Now, the resource would include the project.
so we should create a project, right?
No, no, yes, it's together with the resource. So I like the name because what we are trying to do, we are trying to create a customer
So
support
customer support
bot.
is
So call the
okay.
project customer.
Customer support is okay, right?
Yes,
All right, and I should call the project customer support, right?
yes.
East US. Okay. Oh.
or the names are usually very call it add something local to it. If not,
The
they
value
are
must be
always
true for
globally unique. Someone might
only.
add as your community.
Okay, so you said
No, they must be together. Add something funny like as your community to go.
okay, customer support Azure, right?
Yeah, as your yeah.
So maybe I can do.
They must be together. They must be together.
Oh, okay,
No space. I think use all small letters.
okay. So here, as you
Okay,
do
we're
the
good to
same thing
go.
here, customer support, right?
Customer support agent.
Support agent. Next, network. All network should be able to access it, right? We are making use of
Default, yes.
okay encryption tags, review and create. So we proceed to create, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So I mean, it's proceeding to create now. Um, Deployment is in progress. Okay. I see. Deployment is in progress.
Might take 2 to 5 minutes,
Yeah.
depending on your in.
True. 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 Yeah. But I mean, so I'm just looking forward to what this agent is going to be able to do for us because I think one of the things we want to do here is to help people demystify that concept about agents being so, they don't really understand what it's all
Ex-
about. Naturally,
Yeah,
they tend to
yeah.
get scared, right? So, I mean, I think what we're here to do is kind of demystify it to make people know that this is what it really is. So they shouldn't really be scared about it when they hear AI agent.
They think it's very difficult to
Yeah,
build it. To build it, promise.
exactly. So we want to be able to take away that fear from as many people as we can and also encourage them to make use of AI agents. So that's the aim of this.
Yes.
So I think the project is created now. So we will proceed. Okay. Looks like some of the resources. Okay, good. So now we can go to resource. Now we can go to resource. So what's the next step we do?
Click the button that says go to AI
AI
Foundry
Foundry
portal.
portal. Okay,
So we go to
that's
yes,
true. That's true. So the AI Foundry portal, everyone is called ai.azure.com. That's what the Foundry portal is called. So the next thing we do is we click on agents, and then I think Raphael, this is where your page was loading a bit slowly.
yes,
So on it, oh,
yes.
okay.
Select a
Agent
model.
is unavailable in the region of the selected connected OpenAI resource. Please update the connected OpenAI resource. Yeah, so one of the things you have to know is that currently um,
Mm,
there are specific regions where agents are currently located, right? And I think US
yes.
is currently not one of those regions, but if I'm not mistaken, I think we have um I think we have this to be, yeah, we can create a resource in central US if I'm not mistaken. All right. So let's make use of the, I think it was customer support if I'm not mistaken. Customer support.
Yes.
Uh okay, maybe let's create a new one since we are using a different region. So we create new and we say CS agent. Good. And we use, these are the available regions here. But I know, if I'm not mistaken, Central US should be available. And I'll say I can still use this. Okay, name. I can say CS agent, and then I can say customer support agent. So say next. Yeah, I'll just go default on this. Yeah, I remember central validation failed. Why?
Should be the name. It should be the name. Add something local to it.
The
That
name,
name is
right?
too general. The name. Add something,
CS agent
something like
Azure.
Azure. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. But actually, the thing is not telling us where all network, including internet, can access this. So it's not telling us. Let me see where the error is. Subscription does not have quota feature
Okay, yeah.
required by SKU for kind air service, or contains blocked quota feature, special feature quota required. That's strange. It says
Okay, I
invalid
think
deployment.
I was using my backup.
The AI
Invalid
Foundry
what?
request is not valid according to the validation protocol. Cracking is this. See, okay, let's do this. Let me make use of the other subscription. Let's see. Let's see this. And we say this is what we want to do. We are calling it customer support agent. And we said Central US, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Central US or yeah? Okay, let's go for Central US. So if Central US gives us, or maybe we can use France. Is it France Central? Okay.
Okay, sorry, I think I went off for a
Oh,
minute. Maybe I should try mine
yeah.
again.
I'm just looking
What
at
do you think?
considering regions that are currently supported, and I'll say customer support
Okay.
agent show. Oh, resource group. Oh, okay. I thought I created new and I said CS agents Azure. Okay, and name CS agents Azure. Next, agent APIs only support network injection. And if you like, okay, grant user. Okay, caption this. So let's see. Let me see if the issue is based on the central US region. Okay, so I think the issue is based on the region. Um, let me quickly let me check for
Let me try it.
supported open AI regions. I'm doing
Okay.
that quick check.
Oh, I think mine would have.
Oh yes, I just got the
Wait,
list.
wait, wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I just got the list. Just a minute.
But promise, funny enough, I before the class, I think that was in the morning on around 12, between 12 and 1, I created one
East.
using East
Okay, so
US.
yeah, I think France
So
Central regions. Okay, some of the commonly supported regions are France Central is a supported region. So I think we should make use of France Central. Let's see.
Okay. Okay, no problem.
So yeah, this is it's normal to happen. Um, the main thing is making sure you are making use of a region that supports. So you can see now that this,
That is
yeah.
supported.
So
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't check this, you would likely stumble onto issues like this because you need a region that is supported to be able to make use of those resources. And some of the times, you may not be aware, right? Like you can see when we were deploying the
Mm,
first AI Foundry project, you would notice that it did not give us any complaints when we made use of East US, right? So,
mm,
yes, and it's also possible that there are capacity issues. So, what do I mean by this? Say per subscription, maybe giving some set of in your particular subscription where you're trying to deploy your AI agents, you may be given a particular quota to be used in a particular region. So, if
right,
you have
right,
exhausted that
right,
quota, you definitely run into some issues. So I think that's like some of the challenge people
right.
might experience. But of course, I'm glad this is already creating. So also, just to let everyone know that some of the supported regions we have are Australia East, Canada Central, Canada East, East US, East US 2, France Central, Germany West Central, Japan East, Korea Central, and then some others, right? And you can actually get more details about which regions are supported on this article. It actually lists all of that. So I'm going to be sharing that with everyone here. Yes, let me share that here. So I mean, in your spare time, you can always make use of this. Yeah, my chat screen. Good. So I have just dropped the link where you can make use of this. So you can always check this to understand which regions are currently supported for AI Foundry. It's very important to do this, otherwise, you likely stumble onto issues. Now, let's go to the resource, and hopefully, we are able to get agents in this particular what's the word in this particular region. Hopefully, I'm hoping so.
Yes,
Oh, insufficient permission. Please assign
definitely.
this, complete this action in the Azure portal to fix me button to assign this. Okay. So I need to assign this, fix me. Please assign the Azure AI user role. So, okay. Let me quickly do this. So I'm just going to do this on the subscription level, right? So I go to the subscription, right here, and I assign this here. Um, yeah, these are some of the things people have to be aware, right? You need to be aware about this. So,
I think another thing is you need to have an open mind. You need to be
yeah,
able to do a lot of
so
research in case
good.
you're working on.
Yeah, so
Don't
you
give
can
up.
see these are the various account owner, project manager, Azure this. So I think this owner role will grant you full access to everything you have to do regarding this. So the principal here, let me select the principal. Principal in this case will probably be me, uh,
You, the account owner.
the account owner. I'll click on select next. I don't think I need to add any connections and review and assign. So what I've just done is added the Azure AI role to myself because this is needed to be able to manage. Okay, funny enough, this can actually do it for you as well. The click button can do it for you as well. So the next thing we do is we click on agents. Let's hope that we have agents in this region. What? Interesting. Interesting. So
What happened?
there are still no agents in this region. Agents is unavailable in the region of the selected connected open AI resource. Please update the connected open AI resource. Wow. Learn more about supported regions. France Central is a supported region, right? Yeah, France Central, you have this. But I see, right, that a region that supports most of this is either you make use of West US 3, right? I see a lot of more models supported by this, or Sweden Central. Sweden Central. Wow. So, okay, let's do this one more time. Let's come here and let's do that as well. Interesting. So, we'll probably make use of this, but this time around, we choose Sweden Central, and then we can see AI agent Azure Nigeria, and we say customer support projects. Let's see now, and let's hope that we have. It's amazing, right? Yeah, it happens. It happens, guys. So these are some of the things you have to understand. The fact that um regions have to support these things, right? And when we are referring to regions, we are referring to data centers. So if you have noticed, let's look at this documentation. If you have noticed, you will see that East US is supported, right? But sometimes it may happen that currently at that time, there's no resource available at that time. So these are common challenges that you would most likely face a lot of the times, right? So it's nothing to be worried about. It's nothing to be scared about. It's just it's due to capacity, right? So at this time, a lot of people are also trying their best to see how they can deploy a lot of these resources, and deploying a lot of these resources with the what will I use the capacity, right? Also has some factors here come into play. So that's something you have to just understand, accept, and yeah. So hopefully, I'm hoping now that once we try Sweden Central, we should be able to get some agents. I'm hoping to. All right, I go to Sweden Central. And let's see. Hopefully, we get to see an agent. Hopefully, okay. So I think let me try this. Let me see. It should do whatever it needs automatically. Okay, that is done now. So now let's go to agents. This is Sweden Central. Hopefully, let's hope that we interesting. Unable to access your agent. Agent is unavailable in the region of selected connected. Please update the connected. So what's going on really? Because I'm quite surprised why we are having a lot of this today, and these regions are supported. What is agent service? Raphael, are you still there? Hello, Raphael. Hello, Raphael. Are you still there? Oh, looks like Raphael left me already. Probably he had some network issues. Why? What's going on? Looks like we have a lot of regions that are not supported. What's going on? I was wondering where you went, Raphael. So it looks like a lot of these regions are not supported today. I don't know if there's some outage. Raphael, are you there? Okay. Let me see. Let me see if there's something I can do about this. Cause I just need to be able to pick a model. I don't know why it says this. Let me see. Oh. Wow, wow, what's going on? Okay, let's do this. How many projects do I have? I have all of these projects. Now let me create new. Yeah, let me do this. Okay, I need to let me say customer support, customer support manager. Okay, can create a new resource group and say customer support manager. What region should I work with this time around? I think Germany West Central is one of the supported regions. Let me see. Is Germany there? Um, Let me see if Germany is there. One moment. Oh, okay. So I think I got word from Raphael. He says his agents are showing now. Hello, Raphael. Do you want to proceed?
Yes, please. Let's so that we can run it up. We only have 7 minutes more.
All right. Please do. Please do.
Okay, so uh so what actually happened was that, yeah, my internet, I was using Airtel, but they've restored the light and I'm back to Starlink, so this is working now. So so I think that internet affects the type of network you're using affects how it works for you. So you can see I've chosen the agent GPT-4, and yeah, the model, by the way, not agent. So we've deployed, because before you can build an agent, you need to choose a model that you're building that agent on. So yeah, so the model has been deployed. So the model has been deployed. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to, because of the stress, to change the name. Okay, but yeah, we can see here, we can change the name to. We initially wanted to give it the name of customer support bot, so you can still come here and change that. Okay, so it's a customer support bot that we're trying to build. Okay, so now whatever you're building, you need to let the thing know what it's going to do. Okay, so we need to give this bot that we are building certain instructions. I've already written down a set of instructions, okay, to tell it, oh, you're a friendly customer support assistant for an e-commerce company. Your goal is to answer questions politely, to help with customer orders, returns, and product information. So I'm just going to put that here because that's what I want the bot to do. Okay, so I've dropped the instruction here. So description, yeah, so this does not affect his behavior. What really affects the behavior is instruction. I think I'm going to skip this. If I scroll down, okay, so we have temperature and we have this. So the temperature, for temperature, I am going to choose 0.7, but I think 1 is okay, so I might leave it. Can you hear me? Okay, I thought my internet was freezing. Okay, so but yeah, but basically we have configured it to um yeah, we have done some basic configuration on it. So if we want to start using it, all you just need to do is to try in Playground. Okay, so you see my screen, I've clicked on try in Playground, and let's see what happens. Okay, so you can see here it says we can start chatting. So that was not too difficult. That was not too difficult. And I know that if you've had one or two issues, you see what Promise did. The, it's even good that we had those issues. Okay, so we've taken you over and over again because of the little issues that we had with the connection thing and the model thing. So you know that it's really not difficult to build this thing. Okay, it's as easy as ABCD. It's just that you need to have the passion, but you don't have a choice anyways. Like we're saying, the world is changing. Okay, so you don't have a choice. You need to learn. Okay, so we want to see you build. We want to see you try it out. We want you to build. Tag us in the community, and we are going to we're going to respond to you. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I want to train the agent. Okay, I want to train the agent. Um, I want to say, how do I return a product? So uh, let's see what the bot that we've just created is going to say, because we already typed, giving it the instructions of what to do. Okay, so we're gonna say, how do I return a product. So let's see how do I return it? So let's see if this really works, because we gave it instructions. So I've typed, is generating a response for us. As you can see, our little friend seems to have answered. Okay, so returning the product is easy. So log into your account and go to my order. So you can see that it did exactly what we asked it to do. Now, if the instruction were to be different, so you can actually tailor your your company's need. Okay, so let's assume this your company was a library. Your company is a library. Okay, and your the support you want is related to books. You can put that in the instruction, and when someone types anything, it would respond and fashion its responses according to that particular industry. So this is not too difficult. I think we have 2 minutes to go. So the remaining things that you have here are just optional, but you see that we've tested it. We've tested it. You can One more thing you can do, you can add to the knowledge base of this little bots that we have built. Okay, so if I click on add, we can increase the things it can do. Even the actions we can increase, we can even connect it to others. Okay, I wanted to change this to 0.7. Okay, yeah, so you can see that we can even go and activate voice on it. So I think we've shown you uh, how creating an agent is not difficult. Okay, how the fact that you can just log into AI Factory, create a resource, configure your project, go to AI Foundry, deploy a model, give the model that you created a name. The most important thing is the instruction. Give it the instructions you want it to carry out, and boom, okay, you have an agent. Okay, so you can, I hope that, I hope that you gain a thing or two. Promise, I hand it over to you. That'll be the end of my discussion today. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much, Raphael, for this awesome session. Thank you very much for this awesome session. In fact, I feel like, I mean, I'm glad that, we were able to come to this point where we're able to at least see the agent work live. So, guys, the agent itself is not really something to be worried or scared about, right? It's something we can easily deploy in Azure. Yes, I'm glad we encountered some of the issues we did, which are actually live issues you face when trying to deploy things like this in the Azure environment. So these are things to be aware of, right? So the beautiful thing is we were able to successfully find a region that does support, and the agents were able to come up. And then Raphael did explain to you how you can configure your agent. So one of the beautiful things you can as well do is this: you can as well write a prompt, right? You can ask Copilot. By the way, if you don't know, Microsoft announced in this year build for 2025 that Copilot is now open source, meaning that um, it's now free. You don't need to make use of any licenses whatsoever. So you could just go to Copilot and ask it to create a certain certain prompts for a customer support agent, right? So this is something you can do, right? You get all of those prompts and then you use it to configure your model.
Right.
So that is some way you can use to configure your model as well. And your model will then start to behave in the way you've configured it. But I'm glad we were able to do this at this point in time. I also want to use the opportunity to say a big thank you to Raphael Gabmomo, our MVP, who has taken his time to come explain this to us. To everyone wondering, who are these guys or who are these people here? We are the Azure Nigeria community leaders. We are also the Microsoft Azure MVPs. And what we do, what we love to do is to share our knowledge with the community, right? That's what we love to do. Now, we have a LinkedIn page, we have a Meetup page, a YouTube page, yeah, a Twitter page as well. And it's called Azure Nigeria Community. So search for us, Azure Nigeria Community. I would love you to go follow, subscribe, like, you know, do the needful, right? And we're going to see you in our next session. So this is going to be a series, it's going to continue. I want you to look up at your Meetup page. You will get emails from us if you subscribe to Meetup. So that's why it's very important that you subscribe. You get emails from us for our next session, which will be possibly next Friday, right? We would love to talk a lot more about Azure AI agents. And I know that by the end of this series of the agentic web, I'm sure that you will be very comfortable in handling any issues as regards agents or creation of agents. At this point in time, I would like to say thank you all for viewing, watching, liking, following, listening in. And it was glad to be here with you today. Also, any last words, MVP Raphael?
Hope to see you in the community. Bye bye.
Right. Thank you all. Have an amazing, amazing evening ahead. Bye bye.